Hello everyone, this is Group 1 and as our term project for E&I, we have looked into the disruption in the energy sector. So let's begin with this. Next slide, please. So if we if we take a look at the energy sector, many different innovations are supposed to be disruptive. We have renewables, we have electric vehicles, battery storage, smart metering, blockchain, and these are just a few examples of technologies that are commonly being described as disruptive innovations, right? And this have led to the new term energy 2.0. So it is I mean, yeah, whether it be Tesla, Energy, SolarCity, Google, or another disruptive company that will soon achieve commercial viability and therefore vast market penetration of new energy technologies. Disruptive energy has already begun in some parts of the world. So we are looking at Energy 2.0. So Energy 2.0 includes the how energy is being created, which is through the usage of renewables and other low non-carbon fuels. But another factor is digital disruption that's affecting many industries, and impact of that is just starting. Technologies like AI, predictive analysis, machine learning, robotics, IoT, and others are finding applications in both renewables and traditional oil and gas. Another emerging technology is carbon capture use and storage, or CCUs. Uh, this this is carbon. This is capturing carbon emissions either at the source or from the air, transport transporting that carbon and storing it so that none of it is in the open environment. The technology to do this is actually still in very early stages. So other than that, we also have smart grids, right? So we need to work so we need to work to update our energy grid, the world's largest machine, from an antiquated system to a computerized modern smart grid. Next slide, please. Also, we have this decentralization, EVs, and blockchains, which we'll be including. So now moving on to the future of EVs. So EVs is probably the most well-known form of the disruptions going on in the energy segment. We have already seen a major disruption, not only in the energy but also the disruptions it has led to the automobiles segment. Many new companies are entering into this market. We have seen the emergence of giants like Tesla. So Right. So now to understand why EV is related to energy sector. So EV is totally changing the way we were using the energy for our transportations. So we earlier we use majorly hydrocarbons as our main source of fuel, which is now being moved to electricity. And to understand to understand the tech convergence for EV, there was development of electric motors, battery technologies, power electronics, charging infrastructure, and lightweight materials. And due to all this, due to innovations in all these technologies, the EVs, as we know, came today. And what about the future? So now talking about the future, uh, uh, we had to improve the battery technologies, how we store how we store our energy, the charging infrastructures. We need to build a lot of charging infrastructures to support EVs, and also the equalizing cost, which we are already seeing right now. Next slide, please. So moving on, let's understand the potential of distributed energy systems. So this body refers to the energy that is generated off the main grid, including micro renewables, heating and cooling. It can refer to energy from waste plants, combined heat power, district heating and cooling, as well as geothermal, biomass, or solar energy. Schemes can serve building a whole community, or even been built across the cities. So the potential of this distributed energy sector system is so according. Let's first have a look at the market size of the DES. According to a report by Navigant Research, sorry, according to a report by Navigant Research, the global market for the DG is expected to grow humongously uh, at a CAGR of 9.3%. So, and also we have renewable energy integration and increasing energy security, and which will lead to cost saving. Right, moving on.
Okay, so when we talk about economies of renewable energy, I'm going to talk about the rebound effect, which is basically a situation where greater efficiency or reduced cost of an energy source leads to an increase in energy consumption. Some economists argue that this could limit the benefits of renewable energy resources by offsetting any energy savings achieved through their use. The next is the learning curve effect, which is a situation where the cost of producing a technology decreases as production increases. This effect has been observed in renewable energy sector, leading to significant cost reductions for renewable energy technologies such as solar panels and wind turbines. Next slide, please. Uh, Now when we talk about renewable energy, it has significant environmental benefits, including reducing greenhouse gas emissions, improving air and water quality. These benefits have social and economic implications, such as reducing healthcare costs and improving the quality of life in polluted areas. Even government policies and regulations, such as tax incentives and subsidies, play a crucial role in making renewable energy competitive with fossil fuels. When we talk about energy storage technologies such as batteries, it can increase the value of renewable energy by allowing energy to be stored and used when demand is high. However, energy storage is currently more expensive than traditional sources, and their cost will need to come down to make them more widely used.
So now if we talk about the impact of energy storage technologies, it reduces the energy cost by storing energy when it is cheap and using it when it is expensive. It also increases the energy access for remote and off-grid communities. It improves the grid resilience and by providing backup power during emergencies. And if we talk about the storage tech, they enable energy to be generated and stored locally, leading to a more decentralized energy system with a greater focus on community-based energy solutions, and due to which the energy independence is increased, reducing the reliance on centralized power grids and providing greater control over energy sources, energy cost, and due to which the integration with renewable energy sources such as solar and wind is expected to disrupt the traditional fossil fuel based industry. Next slide. So now let's talk about the smart grid tech. A smart grid is an advanced electricity network that uses digital technology, two-way communication, and advanced sensors to improve the reliability and sustainability of the power grid. The smart grid technology enables real-time monitoring of the energy usage, allowing for more efficient use of energy resources and reducing waste. And if we talk about the future of smart grid, the integration of energy resources such as wind and solar will require smart grid to be able to manage fluctuations in energy supply and demand. And the power management of the smart grid is in the increasing use of electric vehicles will require the smart grid to manage charging and discharging of these vehicles to avoid overloading of the grid. Next slide.
Now, talking about the potential for disruption in utility industry. The primary drivers of disruption in the utility industry is of the growth of renewable energy sources such as like solar and wind power. And as we all know that renewable energy becomes more cost competitive with traditional fossil fuel-based power generation. Utilities are facing pressure to adapt to the business models and incorporate these new sources of energy into their portfolios. And with the increase in the technology, advance of technology such as IoT and artificial intelligence are also transforming the utility industry. For example, the integration of smart meters and sensors can help utilities manage energy more efficiently, while blockchain technology can enable secure and transparent transactions between energy producers and consumers. And also, customers are also demanding more control and flexibility as well over their energy usage, driving the need for new business models and services such as distributed energy resources and the energy storage. And as a result of this, utilities are shifting more from a centralized model to more distributed and decentralized system, which also requires new infrastructure investments and operational models. Next. The role of startups in energy industry. The first is developing new technologies. Startups can develop new technologies that can make energy generation, distribution, and consumption more efficient and also cost effective. Second is to improve access to energy. They can develop solutions to improve access to energy in remote areas or developing countries where energy infrastructure structure is lacking. Third is disrupt traditional business models. They can like disrupt traditional business models by offering new approaches to energy services. Fourth is to foster innovation. Startups can foster innovation by creating a culture of experimentation and risk taking. And this can help generate new ideas and solutions that can benefit the energy industry as a whole.
So when we talk about the wide applications for a smart grid, so firstly, it is about the development of smart cities that will require the integration of smart grid technology to manage the energy needs of these cities more efficiently and sustainably. And secondly, the deployment of advanced sensors and communication technologies will enable real-time monitoring and control of the grid, allowing more efficient energy management and faster response times to outages and other disruptions. The use of advanced analytics and artificial intelligence will enable predictive maintenance of the grid and help to optimize the use of energy resources. The smart grid will also need to address concerns around cybersecurity and data privacy to ensure the safe and secure operation of the grid. So let's look at what Tony Seba said about the convergence. So convergence generally refers to the coming together of various technologies and industries to create new and disruptive business models. So in the context of energy and transportation, Seba argues that the convergence of four technologies, that is solar, energy storage, electric vehicle, and autonomous driving, will create a new paradigm that will transform these industries. So Seba also believes that the decreasing cost of solar power and energy storage, combined with the increasing adoption of electric vehicles and the emergence of autonomous driving technology, will lead to a dramatic shift away from fossil fuels and traditional car ownership. So according to Seba, the convergence will lead to the rise of transportation as a service companies. Over to Lakshmi.
So let's talk about the disruption and convergence model Seba talks about. There are basically six parts to it: technology cost curves, business model innovation, product innovation, market systems, and disruption accelerators. So what do these things mean? Technology cost curve is the rate at which the technologies improve over time on a dollar basis. So when this happens, it leads to a very fast convergence. And business model innovation is when companies come up with better technologies and they market it to the right people. Product innovation, we all know about traditional thermostat to the smart thermostat we have now. You can also talk about the iPod as a product innovation. So disruption models, there are four types, which is from above, big bang, architectural, and from below. A big bang is when a new product that is launched and it's better from the get-go. And from above is when a superior and more expensive product gets cheaper. Architectural is very service-oriented products which are managed, delivered, and sold radically. And a new product is initially inferior to mainstream products, and when it gets better by time, it's called from below. So Seba talks about this vision of convergence is based on the culmination of four technologies. He specifically talks about TaaS, that is transportation as a service. Next slide, please. So the potential for convergence lies in four areas, which is power, energy storage, electric vehicles, and artificial intelligence. Right now, solar power and energy storage are at a very crucial stage, and they are, radically getting better. They can be used for centralized power plants, transmission infrastructure, etc. Electric vehicles will also be a byproduct of this. So electric vehicles will become a significant source of energy storage in the sense that people will require more grids, so there will be a peak shaving. Artificial intelligence systems can also be incorporated into these because they can help in energy systems, predicting energy demand, and they can also help in consumption technologies. This will create a convergence which will lead to the traditional industry being disrupted. This will open up new business models, opportunities for innovation and investment. Artificial intelligence will also be used to optimize the operation of the energy system and adjust energy consumption. Thank you.